Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to episode number 2 of the Realm of Fries podcast. This is the E3 special, so just before we get started, there will not be a show on Monday. That'll be Monday, I'm going to bring up the calendar, 21st of June, but we will resume as of normal on the 28th, so just keep that in mind going forward from this episode. I know it's a bit of a higgledy-piggledy kind of thing, but it's just with E3 going on, we had to push the show for you. You get the idea, it's E3. We love E3. Anyway, I am your host, Firefly Fries, as always, and joining me today is Flatline Plays
Huzzah!
and Inferno Rouge 8D.
Right.
How you boys doing?
Doing alright.
Doing good, man. Doing good.
Fuckers, I woke up early just to just to do this. I do this every time for you guys. I love it. So E3, holy fucking shit.
Yeah, E3's come and gone. I mean, a lot happened, man. A lot was shown. So, geez, what were you excited about most, mate?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious with me. Definitely Halo.
Really?
Oh,
I wouldn't have thought that.
You wouldn't have thought that with all my branding being Halo themed. Yeah, Infinite. Oh my god, Infinite looked amazing. So what they decided to show was they showed a little bit of a campaign tease, which it seems like is going off of the whole like after the events of 5. So spoiler alert for anyone listening right now that hasn't even completed any of the Halo series or whatever, and they're looking to get into it for the first time. Cortana went rampant in after 4, or like started showing rampancy in 4. 5 was completely rampant, and it was essentially you trying to stop Cortana's plans. And this seems to follow on from that in some way, but with it being a spiritual reboot, maybe it's following on from maybe 4 possibly, but I'm not entirely sure. But they showed a new AI, which was meant to like essentially trap Cortana and let Chief essentially take her to the Infinity, which is one of like their ships, and like essentially take her there to be deleted. But Cortana wasn't there, and was apparently taken or something like that. I'm probably misremembering here already because being tired and
I
stuff.
think you're right.
And the new AI stayed behind. So the new AI was meant to have been deleted once this had happened, but was not deleted. So something prevented this new AI from being deleted. So my speculation is that Cortana needs this new AI in order to cure her rampancy in a way. But still, I don't know. We'll find out when it comes out in I would assume November, right? But they haven't given a date yet. They just said holiday 2021. So.
It seems like a lot is coming out in November, though. I'm surprised that's the date they've gone for, considering so much is coming out in November by the looks of it.
Yeah. Again, don't take that as gospel, by the way. Like, that's just a guess. They literally only said holiday 2021. That could mean December for all we know. That could mean November because, that's also a holiday in the US. They tend to label things in the US like that.
Yeah, I would expect they'll push for November. I expect they will.
But then they showed the multiplayer, and they did a couple of other another video the day after, going more in depth on the multiplayer. And oh my god, does it look amazing! And it's free to play.
Yeah,
it does look good. It does look good. I like the just the differences, the slight differences. It's simple things like throwing a grenade to hit your weapons up in the air from the spawn points, things like that. Like the different power-ups they had, the graphics themselves, the gameplay. As soon as I saw that oddball, man, I smiled straight away. You know what I mean? Just a smile came on my face as soon as I saw the oddball. Oddball.
Yeah, but I'm saying if they didn't up the graphics, there's got to be something wrong.
True. Just going on the whole thing of throwing grenades to get the weapon spawns. I mean, that's something that you could do all the way back from, I think, well, I mean, any of them, because all the weapons, when you, like, if there's an explosion nearby, will just jettison out, like, away from the explosion.
Why did I see that as something new? Why
maybe they smoothed it out, and made it
Yeah,
more
the way they made it
accessible.
look, man. Just to hold that scene where the guy gets the
The
you know,
energy sword,
the
right?
sword.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's like if any of you have played like Lockout, it's a small sort of like a small snowy map. There's like the underground bits which have got like the energy sword, and there's different they call it like BR tower and stuff like that. Sniper tower, BR tower, and you got like the grav lift. Like for those of you who don't know, but a lot of the times you'd spawn one side, and like to get the sniper rifle, you would throw the grenade. It would explode, and obviously explode like a barrel that was there as well, and it would jettison off towards the BR tower. And you know, it allowed people from that side to get it quickly.
I'm looking forward to playing it, mate, and getting back into a proper. I haven't played a decent amount of time on a Halo multiplayer since probably Halo 3. Probably, mate. 4 and 5, I played a bit of the multiplayer. I liked it, but
Mhm.
I just it didn't drag me in as much as the old ones did. I'm kind of looking forward to getting that feeling again.
Yeah, what I liked about it is they showed like custom UI. They showed obviously like some of the new stuff. So like you got the grapples, so you can grapple to like vehicles and like take them out, like board them and like hijack them, which is really cool. And then they showed some other stuff. So they showed what looks like an ability where you put this weird virtual like shield in front of you, and then
Yes, and it knocked the plasma back.
Mm,
The plasma pistol. The guy shot the plasma pistol at him, and he put up that shield, and it looked like it only lasted about a second, if that. But it was enough to shoot it back. I don't know if that's something that will last a while, or if that's
I,
something you've got to be real quick with.
I would assume that's something that you could like would last a while, but for the sake of cinematics, they probably were like, okay, let's time this right, boom boom, kind of thing, because
I mean,
that
it
looks
looks
really
sweet.
cool. Yeah,
It looks sweet. I mean, I was hoping it would just be a quick thing if you're really quick on reactions, but I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right. It's probably just a normal ability, but it's still such a good ability.
But then at least that might help you win a 2-on-1 then.
yeah. But there was another shield ability as well, where like the guy had like a big sort of barrier in front of him, and I think that's an ability as well, as far as it looks, but I could be completely wrong. But yeah, they showed custom AIs as well. So like there was different AIs that you can like have as part of your Spartan. So instead of it being like a default sort of announcer voice, not like the original announcer voice. I think that stays the same. Like when you get like your double kill kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But like there's also, it seems like there's an AI on top of that that narrates certain stuff like throughout the game, which is pretty cool.
It seems like there's a lot of layers to it, you know? I'm just thinking about it all like, yeah, I can't wait to play it, man. I really can't. They did enough to make it stand out. And I mean, every clip, I mean, it was quite a long press conference, but they had 30 games, and some games only got like 30 seconds, like 40 seconds, but most of them stuck in the mind, you know?
Mm-hmm. So
But sometimes 30 seconds can mean a lot for a game if it's done well anyway.
yeah,
If
exactly.
you're playing Worms.
So
Classic.
here's the question then: what was your like top game of E3? We'll start with Flatliner and we'll go to you, Inferno, because I mean we already know what mine was. It was Halo, right? But
I mean, to be honest, there was loads that I was excited for that's coming to Game Pass. A lot of games that I didn't realise were coming to Game Pass, and I think that's my overall win. You know, games like Atomic Heart, other things like that, I just didn't realise they were coming to Game Pass. It's just like fair play. You know, I'm not going to have to buy that. Back for Blood coming to Game Pass day one. Not going to have to buy it. Brilliant. You know, like, but my actual favourite game that stood out that I want to play like right now is surprisingly Forza Horizon 5, man. I want to get around. I want to try. It looks beautiful, man. I want to play it.
oh man, I'm not a fan of racing games, but every time they show like things like for the new Forzas and stuff, man, they look so good.
I'm not so much a Forza fan, like the normal Forza Motorsport, because the racing, but Horizon, it's just, you know, you can have good fun with that. Turn it on, have a bit of fun, you know. I'm looking forward to playing it, man. And Mexico looks like a unique, like, environment. They've got a lot there. Still waiting for them to make one in Tokyo, but we'll see next time, won't we? Every time it's like, are they going to make a Tokyo one? Everyone's like, I wonder, and then nah. But Mexico looks good, so I'm
I need
happy
to
with
make.
that.
Yeah, if they'd done Tokyo,
Yeah,
it's all
it's going to
about
kick ass.
drifting and all sorts. It'd be a mountain, Tokyo's mountain roads as well.
That's going to be
Fuji.
good when they
I
make
could,
it.
I could feel like an anime car series.
So you can feel an anime? How do you do that? Anyway, what was yours then, Inferno?
I had the Accuser one that just came out on Game Pass. I've played the other ones, and they're just like good for like comedic, like storytelling, and just like they're crazy and funny at the same time. Battlefield, I'm interested in Battlefield at the moment, but the one I'm really looking forward to is Sea of Thieves. That's my one.
Oh, fair enough. Of course,
they've done a deal with Disney, so they're bringing
Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, they're bringing a tall tale of Pirates of the Caribbean into it, and I was like, they didn't even announce anything or no like leaks anywhere. Just like I remember watching it with Fries, and it's literally we just literally went, where the hell did this come from?
Yeah, I did not see that coming.
The funny thing about that was like as the trailer was going on, right? It got to the bit where like they show them like climbing up like towards that skeleton on all that gold.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing I was thinking, can't remember if I audibly like said it, but I was thinking like, oh, we just like ripping off Pirates of the Caribbean now? And like and then like the next thing is they're like, oh yeah, there's one soul in the Sea of the Damned that needs to be saved and all this kind of stuff, right?
I shouted it out, didn't I? As it loaded in, I went, "Catch Jack Sparrow." You were like, "Nah," and then it came out.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, nah, it can't be. You're like, it's Captain Jack Sparrow, and I was like, nah. And then the next thing, there was the scene where like he was trying to get the dog and the keys, right? And I'm thinking, and at this point, I'm thinking, holy shit, they really are ripping off Pirates of the Caribbean. And you're like, it's Captain Jack Sparrow, and I was like, nah, it can't be. Sure enough, fucking Captain Jack Sparrow. I was like, oh, we fucking straight out here now. I was like,
and Gibbs is in there as well.
Yeah. Oh man. You got because it's not just Captain Jack Sparrow as well. You got fucking Davy Jones.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes you wonder because like you see him do the same thing he did before when he summoned the Kraken, right? So it makes me wonder if like he's gonna be able to summon the Kraken if you try and flee from him.
That's a good shout.
The thing is, it's like the tall tales on Sea of Thieves at the moment are good, but with what I've seen of that trailer and how they're doing, like they're going to be like taking a proper storyline tale with it. You know what I mean? It's not just going to be you dig here. We've got a little underground area for you to go through with some traps, but this is going to be more production.
Yeah,
which is what I like.
Looks like they've added like new AI as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like a whole bunch of new AI, and that's cool.
David because Jones's Locker Crew, isn't it? The shellfish guys.
Yeah, so like that's gonna be really cool because like it doesn't just have to be related to Davy Jones. They can just have that just like roaming about anyway, which is fucking insane.
You know? Oh, it's just gonna be crazy on there. Everyone trying to do this tall tale.
Yeah, you can have everyone trying to do the tall tales, and you can have one person. This is a completely free update as well. So like, you know, there's gonna be people that are gonna be on there just like straight up going, we'll fuck you over. They'll see like you getting like absolutely hammered by like Davy Jones, and then instead of like going, oh yeah, we'll help you like survive, they'll be like, nah, fuck you, son. Just like,
hey, that's a pirate life, though. You gotta deal with that shit.
Very true. Very true.
Sea of Thieves first came out, you know, I ground it and got Pirate Legend and stopped playing it, and then obviously played it for a bit longer and stopped playing it, waiting for content. And I didn't expect, you know, they said it was a live service game, it was going to get better and better, you know, but I didn't expect it to get as much as it has so quickly. I went back and I'm just flabbergasted. What a word, flabbergasted by what it was now and how much is actually in the game. But then again, thinking about it, the graphics are really good. You know, even when they first came out, and they're still as good now. The kind of art, the kind of style of the game is kind of timeless, and what you actually do. So it's not like a game where you're going to be like, oh, I'm moving on to the next pirate game. You're always going to be coming back to Sea of Thieves for what it is.
Yeah, I think what's amazing about Sea of Thieves is like the way they've done the water is so realistic. Like you just look at it and you think, holy shit, they must have like recorded like the actual sea or something, because it just genuinely looks amazing. And then you've got the art style that they chose for, like, obviously, like, the characters and other pirates, the ship itself, because the ship itself looks good, right? Like, everything, like, about the game looks just incredible. There's
Audio's good.
yeah,
It's good.
the audio is really good. Like, the visuals are amazing, and I mean, naturally, you're gonna be set sail for like most of it, so the sea's gotta look good, right? And it does. It looks incredible. And then the islands as well. The islands are very, like, they got this, like, cartoonish look to them, but it really fits. It's really good.
Everything's got a slight cartoonish look, which then, it's going to make it slightly age a lot better, because it looks smooth as hell. There's no anti-aliasing lines. It just looks smooth. The whole game, it feels and looks smooth, man. It's never going to get old. I don't think it is. Not for a few years.
If they went too realistic, it'd be like Ark. You see
That's
how
what I
Ark
mean.
runs. It runs even now with all the patches they've done. It's not perfect. It's too
still-
much to put in.
Ark wasn't. Yeah, and it does, like, that kind of graphics over time starts to age really badly, because you see more of what's in the distance. You look at, it looks worse and worse over time when you're looking at newer games. But something like Sea of Thieves isn't going to start looking worse.
It renders quicker as well. Makes it a bit more good for when you're looking in the distance.
When you hit an iceberg.
I found a video of the day, but I can't share it. I need to try and record it. It's quite funny.
I'll tell you what, there was some other stuff that got shown, which I don't know if you guys saw, was from the Nintendo event. Now, there's a few things that should pique interest here. So there was the Metroid Dread that came out. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've never really played Metroid, so I can't get too hyped for it. But I know there's a lot of people probably like screaming right now, going,
I
"How
saw
are you
some
not
people excited about that, and I was just like, I'm on like your side, but I'm not. I played them. I think I played the first one, but apart from that, that's it. I went into it.
Yeah, same kind of thing. I played the first one. It was all right. Yeah, it was good, but I didn't get into all the other ones. So I can see why people are hyped for it, but me personally,
19 years in there, I think, since the last one. So that's probably why they're hyped.
Yeah, to be fair.
I mean, in fairness, I think I played the demo on the DS. There was a demo that came with it, I think, for a Metroid game, and I played that like heavily. I really enjoyed that, but like I say, I mean, that was on the DS. I was young. I mean, like, when did the DS first come out? I mean, you're probably looking at like fucking 2007, 2008, something like that.
Around then.
Yeah. But I played the demo and it was good. Like, I'm actually trying to find out when the DS actually came out. 2004, in fact. Holy shit.
Oh Jesus! I thought it was.
Wow.
Oh, is it on September? Oh, it introduced.
17 when that came out. Then.
Time goes quickly, man, doesn't it? Yeah, 17.
I would have been. Damn, I would have been good. But yeah, I remember playing the demo of Metroid, because I think it came with the DS, and it was really good, and I just played it over and over and over again, and it was just timeless. It was fucking amazing. But like, I never bought them. I never actually like officially played them, and I think that's something that I kind of regret in a way, because I feel like I am generally missing out. But the one thing that I was really hyped for from the Nintendo thing, fucking WarioWare. I cannot wait for that.
Didn't they announce Breath of the Wild or something too? Didn't they show that off?
Yeah, but that's like due out like next year, so you can't really get too hyped for it. Like, this is shit that's coming out this year. Like, WarioWare's coming out this year.
Yeah, fair play.
Oh, I cannot wait. I loved WarioWare. I think the last one, I remember they had one on the Wii, which it was good, but it wasn't like something you could like constantly played. The last one I remember playing, I think it was on the Game Boy Advance. I think actually saying that. I think it was actually just called WarioWare, and it was amazing. It's like the mini games are amazing. You go through like different areas and you unlock more and more. It was good, man. It was good, and the way they've shown this off now is like, I can't wait. I can't wait. They showed off
Wario and Waluigi. They're the best characters. Sorry, man. They're the best characters out of.
Yeah.
I love Waluigi. It's just his laugh in Mario Party.
Wario and Waluigi, man, they're fucking timeless. But
yeah,
what saying that, what I don't understand is why they haven't made another Wario Land. It was I think I played Wario Land 4 again. It was a Game Boy Advance game, and those are really good.
They moved on to other stuff like Paper Mario and stuff, didn't they? Like Paper Mario. People love that.
I mean, Paper Mario is good as well. Don't get me wrong, but like Wario Land was amazing because like they made him the hero, and it was like one of those like he was in it for the greed, and then he ended up becoming like a hero. It was really fucking good. Really fucking good.
Fair play.
WarioWare, man. I cannot wait for that.
So, we're all interested, well, really hyped for a certain game, but what was your favourite trailer, guys? Because obviously, sometimes your favourite trailer isn't your favourite game that you were looking forward to.
Wait a minute. I know what it is.
I mean,
I'm going to say Outer Worlds 2.
That's the one. Yeah, that was banging. That was so funny.
Amazing.
Saying that, mine would be Stalker 2.
Oh yes, I do. I can't wait to play it, man. Game Pass day one again. It looks amazing. The one thing I would say about the trailer, I've watched it a couple of times. Like the AI don't seem to be hitting him. I think that's for trailer effect. Their aim is so bad. I don't see him being hit once, and like they're all shooting at him. It's like what? Where did these guys train to shoot? Like, but I think that's for trailer purposes.
Yeah, it's usually because of the trailer. They gotta make it look like epic. No, I've never.
Fly in my room. Oh, sorry, boys. Just got attacked by a big ass fly.
For fuck's sake! I thought you were like trying to jump in with something. Next thing you know,
no, a fly literally almost hit my eyeball.
Fucking hell, mate.
Mate, knock him down. Give him a munch. That's protein right there. Missing out on gamer fuel.
Oh,
sorry for the interruption. I freaked out.
But yeah, so I've never played the original Stalker. One of my friends has, and he tells me that the game's actually meant to be very hard. So I'm kind of hoping that Stalker 2 carries on with that, and they don't try and like go down the whole we will appeal to everyone, we'll make it easier. Like I want them to keep to their roots. Like if they were originally known as like the first one being a hard game, then I want to like try the second one like in that hopes that it keeps to its roots, you know.
Yeah, I never played the first one. I heard really good things about it, and I'm ashamed, slightly ashamed that I haven't played it, and I might have to go back and play it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it has got me interested to like at least try or play the first one. In fact, I'm gonna look it up now.
There's so many good games that got announced, though. That Outer Worlds 2 trailer, if anyone listening hasn't watched the Outer Worlds 2 trailer, watch it. Just have fun with it. It is just the most ridiculous, funny trailer I've seen in years.
Well, it's because they literally took the piss on everything. Like they're in it. They're like going, "This is how an E3 trailer should be," but we're not going to do that.
Yeah, it's just the way they were kind of parodying the other trailers that were coming up, but it was so funny. It was fine. Redfall as well. They announced Redfall, didn't they? Arcane Studios. But I mean, I'm gonna hold out and see about actual gameplay before I start to get excited on that. That was that cooperative zombie killing game. Don't know what it is yet exactly.
It kind of looked
only
like
showed a cinematic.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a vampire, like a cult type game that has different classes. So each of the characters had their own like class by the looks of it. So it was like a class based like vampire / cult type game. And I feel like it's gonna probably play more akin to like your Left 4 Deads and stuff like that, or more like maybe evolve in a way where, you know, you have one person that plays like the vampire and like, you know, and then the others play as the hunters or whatever. But
Why did it look like Fortnite? It just put me off straight away. I don't know why it put me off. It'd probably be fine, but I saw it and I was like, that just looks like Fortnite.
It's-
The
Yeah,
graphic style.
The character design, like, yeah, a little bit, but
Yeah, it probably won't be anything. If it's anything like Save the World, Fortnite Save the World, the single player, well, the co-op, the story wasn't actually that bad. It was all right. The base building was fun, you know. Another one as well, boys. We haven't spoke about Starfield. I mean, damn, am I interested in it? But they didn't really show enough for me to be fully invested in it. You know, I imagine you're going to be flying down to each one of these planets, building your own bases to get resources from each planet, and blah blah blah, defending the planet, moving on. You see that android that was walking next to the ship that went past. I mean, I'm throwing it out there. I'm getting enough hype to say I think that's yours, and I think that's automated. But I've got all sorts of speculations for Starfield. It will probably be wrong. Don't listen to me. That's why they're only showing like a CG. Well, it's not a CG trailer. That's what people are saying. It's a CG trailer, but it's not. At the beginning of the video, it says all in engine. I mean, and it's the 11th 22. It's coming out, boys.
ooh.
Well, they've
The
given
next
it.
Fallout in space.
Well, they've given a date, but chances are that will get pushed back, especially with everything that's been going on. I can't see them keeping to that date. And if they do, it's going to be a very, very much a fucking Fallout 76 fucking fiasco where it's going to be buggy as all hell.
I don't know. They've been building this for years, man. They've been building this for years.
Yeah, but
Like,
you can say the same about Fallout 76. They're building that for years, and it still came out a buggy mess.
That was they handed it over to another studio, didn't they? And they were working with each other. But yeah, I feel like that game 76 and a couple others that were brought out just before Bethesda was sold, I think they were just cash grabs. I think Bethesda knew they were going to sell, and they wanted to make a few games to make them a little bit of money quickly before they left. So it feels like to me. And obviously now Microsoft have got them. You know, they're going to start going back to making their normal games. I hope.
Yeah.
I hope.
And it seems like Starfield's going to be a console exclusive to Xbox now, by the looks of it, from what it seemed like through the trailers and that.
Yeah, everything's saying it's going to be console exclusive, but apparently people are still saying it might only be timed exclusive. But no matter how much you drum it into people's heads, they still want to wish different, I suppose. I mean, I can understand why, but if anyone has got a PS4 or PS5, I'd just suggest getting a PC all day long. All day long.
I mean,
if you can afford it. I mean, it's not that easy, you know what I mean? But you can build a.
It's not only.
PC.
I was about to say, it's not only just being able to afford it; it's being able to actually get the parts right now. Because, like, you look for like a 3080 or even a 2080, you can't fucking find them for shit. They're like,
my graphics card's old, isn't it? And I've got a new PC because I can't buy a new one. Just can't buy them, mate.
Yeah,
That's the thing. If you ever get a PC, make sure when you do get one, make sure you look at what's coming out in the future, and then making sure your time and money that you pay for it's going to last more than 2 years.
I mean, I bought my 1080. I think it was the same year that they announced and released the 20 series, like the 2080 stuff. So
you got it that late?
Yeah. The only reason,
to be fair, the 1080 works fine still, and it will do for a few years as long as you're not trying to run it in 4K.
Yeah. The only reason I ended up like getting it was the computer that I had. It was like this really shitty pre-built thing. It started dying on me. I don't know if it was like the motherboard or whatever, but like I'd have the computer on, and then like I'd just be sat here, maybe I'll be like watching YouTube or I'll be like watching Twitch, and then suddenly it just restarts itself out of nowhere as if like someone's like powered it off manually. So like it wasn't like you would get like the screen where it says shutting down or anything. It literally just flashes black and then flashes back on again and then like reboots itself. It was weird.
It sounds like it could either be RAM or motherboard related, but it could be anything.
I mean, it could have been either. But at this point, I got like too fed up. I was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I says I'm due an upgrade anyway. I'm gonna buy. And I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna get everything that I need. So I bought like a brand new motherboard, basically a brand new PC. Everyone understands what. And yeah, part of that was the 1080 because at the time it was either a 1080 or a 1080 Ti, and I was like, oh, get a 1080.
Now I'll ask you how much your 1080 cost then, and how many years ago was it?
Ooh, that's a very good question. I think I paid like 500. I think.
Okay, at least they haven't dropped any value, which is ridiculous. How long's it been?
I think I got it in like 2013. In fact, I can
Ridiculous.
find out. Give me a second.
You know what I mean? They're still going for like 500 quid. Like what? It just makes no
Graphic cards
sense.
don't lose value though, do they?
But they used to, mate. Like when I used to build, back when I was getting into PCs, you know. But
Yeah, but it's like you said, they're still
it's just
still
semiconductors.
okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're still okay at this moment in time until they start ramping up the next
They can't
gen.
produce enough, mate, because of the semiconductor shortage. So they can't produce enough, and it's ramping up the prices. That with Bitcoining as well, bit mining. But they're supposed to be producing separate GPUs, which are better for Bitcoining, which will hopefully free up the market at the other side. But don't know.
I'm not bit mining my PC.
I mean, people do though. Don't people have got huge setups for it, haven't they? Absolutely huge setups. Multiple graphics cards, just constantly bit mining all day, and it rinses the graphics cards. And then when they sell them on afterwards, they're a bit.
Not paying the electric bill for them, thank you.
So if you're buying like a 2080 at the moment, second hand, you kind of want to keep an eye out where it's coming from. I mean, if it comes from a bit miner, you probably want to get a different one because they've ragged that 24/7, you know. And it's a bit like akin to, it's not the same, but you know, it's like buying a car that's just been on a rental car.
But you think about it,
you don't really want to do that.
They rinse it, they'll sell it like probably like 8% off of what they bought it, but then they still got money to buy a brand new one again.
Yep. They've made twice the money out of it or whatever. It's ridiculous.
Okay, I lied. I got it in 2018, and it cost me £542.
When they first came out, I don't even think they were that much. I don't know actually, but I mean,
you'll think if they can't make it cheaper, don't they? Because there's Bitcoin people want to get on to them, and they make it cheaper. They're going to be more profit and bit mining, aren't they, on graphics cards?
Yeah, it's just it. You know, I understand it can't be sorted out overnight, but it's just ridiculous. And it's like I have to wait. I'm going to have to wait until they go down in price. Everything. At least AMD are starting to make decent graphics cards now. So hopefully they can start fighting each other and bringing down the price because you need competition. Competition drives down price and helps consumers. Can't have a monopoly on something because we'll get absolutely screwed.
Yo, I'm just looking through Amazon right now for 3080s or 3080 Ti's, right? There's one listed on here. There's Prime delivery, free 1-day delivery, get it tomorrow, right? 2 in stock. How much do you reckon they're trying to charge for it? And this is just like fucking shits and giggles prices at this point.
Go on.
10 grand.
10 grand, mate. I'm ordering it now. Wait.
Yeah, there's a couple on here that. Yeah.
We're looking at 3080s.
3080 Ti. It's the first listing.
10 grand. I mean, I want to see this actually. I want to see the specs of this thing because
on the Amazon-y.
On Amazon, yeah. I would share my screen, but obviously it has your postcode on the top left, so.
Oh, 3080, right, let's have a look.
3080 Ti.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
1,600. Only one left in stock now, man. Someone's bought some. Someone's bought one at that time.
Wait, what?
Really? So I think, which one are you looking at, mate?
Wait, are you looking at 3080s?
Yep.
What, a 12 gigabyte graphics card?
The Zotac, sorry. One left in stock. It's not Prime, actually. Hang on, you must be looking at Prime.
No, the GeForce RTX.
No, there's
10 grand. There it is. Sorry, I'm actually looking at the other ones. There's other ones in stock.
You can get it tomorrow. Free delivery.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm gonna have a look at that thing. Why is it?
Fucking hell. What is? So they got 2 of them. So if someone buys that, it's freaking 20 grand they're making. And the
Nah,
thing is, someone will buy that. That's the
nah,
problem.
they won't. There's no way. There's no way someone pays £10,000.
Add the basket.
Why is it got what 8K resolution? Well, I'm not surprised for 10 grand, to be fair. I doubt you'd be able to play
They
games in
even got a
8K.
cheek to include installation with it.
Oh my god.
Okay, for those if you want it installed.
For those of you in America, that's $13,927 at the time of recording, with the rate of the dollar to the pound. That's $13,000, nearly $14,000 for a fucking 3080 Ti. Fuck off.
No one's bought it. They got no reviews.
A gigabyte.
No one's bought
Eagle,
it.
12 gigabyte. It's just, it's so ridiculous.
What's the actual price for them? About a couple of grand?
The recommended
1,600 at the moment.
The recommended retail for these things is for 3080 Ti, I think was 1,100.
Oh, so they're like everyone's selling them for double what they are, really.
Yeah, like if someone's got one, they're fucking selling that shit straight on for a profit. It's ridiculous.
I mean, there's one there that's, there's a normal one,
hey,
10 gigabyte.
You can buy the actual just the fan, boys.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. You can't buy a graphics card at the moment. You can't. Anyone who can, fair play to you, you know. But I'm only after something like a 1080 because of the price of others. I can't warrant it. You know, not when you can buy a PS5 or a Series X for like 500 quid, and they're pretty damn good. It won't be as good as a 3080, but it's pretty damn good, you know. And it's not just with a PC, you have to buy everything else. You got your processor and everything, but then get a decent processor only costs you 300 quid. That's what confuses me. How can a brain of a computer cost you like 300 quid, and then the graphics processor's like, oh, they've got expensive over the past few years. That's all.
The graphics card, mate, that's the one that makes it silky smooth.
Yeah, but back in the day, mate, when I used to build PCs, it was still the graphics card that was silky smooth, and you still have to pay more for the graphics card, but that was like 250 quid. And even then it was like, oh, you know, but nowadays it's like $1,000. Where's things changed?
I mean, my missus Amazon account. I can buy it.
I know you can, like, if you're looking to get like these graphics cards, you can get like pre-builds that have them obviously naturally built in, but they're like, you're looking at like 2-3 grand, well, $3,000 at the max for that. But then it's like you get the pretty much everything there. So I don't know. I refuse to go pre-built again. Not after like my shabby one that like decided to.
Let me build it for you, mate.
My pre-build was alright, wasn't it?
Let me build it for you, mate. Let me build it. I would be honoured.
Well, I would say mine's a pre-build, but it was you could customize it, wasn't it?
Yeah, yours was pre-built. I checked through it though; it was fine. But I mean, I did. You just wanted one there that day, didn't you? We were talking about me building it for you, and you just decided like
you were like 4K. I went fuck that. I just want 1080.
Yeah, 1080. I was like, cool, that thing will do nicely. It's still a nice PC, man. Still a nice PC.
It runs fine. There's a couple of.
You're not going to get a better graphics card at the moment.
I overstretch it now and again when I have too much stuff going on, and I forget to close programs down. But easily done.
You've got 1660 in yours, haven't you, graphics card? Yeah. So that's pretty good.
Hey, you forgot the Super
1660 Super.
I don't know why. It's probably
overclocked, mate, a little bit from standard. It's probably just put a bigger heatsink on it, called it overclocked it by a tiny bit and called it Super. What they tend to do.
Oh yeah. So here's another thing that got shown that we haven't actually talked about yet. Elden Ring.
Oh,
Elden Ring.
Oh my god.
Ring.
This looks amazing. It looks like because it's made by the same people who made Dark Souls, and it's got a very Dark Souls and Sekiro sort of vibe to it, and I am all for it. Like they showed because it's coming out, I believe, January of next year.
Yeah, next year.
So realistically, only 6 months away, right?
Yeah, it's not long.
6-7 months. right?
I've never really played many of the Dark Souls. I know it sounds bad, but well, I've never actually played one. To be fair, I've never even touched it.
Sacrilege.
But it
Are they on
is.
Game Pass though,
Oh,
I don't
or
think they
not?
are. But Elden Ring
I've,
does look good, man. I will give it a definite
yeah.
look.
They
I
showed.
remember playing it.
Yeah, the
It might be
trailer
in
they
Games with
showed.
Gold.
The trailer they showed was more gameplay than like an actual CGI, which was really shocking to me. I thought they were just going to show like a CGI or something. Yeah, it seemed like they it was a gameplay mixed with a little bit of like, you know what I mean, when they sort of like pan out and they go, oh look, show you the world, and then they go back into the gameplay kind of thing. It was one of those, and I was like, oh shit, it's like this is happening, and then
The main three things I took from it was the world itself, the styles of combat, 'cause there was loads, and the amount of enemies and bosses. Man, they all look fun to fight as well. I was like, oh, it's
Oh,
got me excited.
Oh, that dragon's cool.
you see, you're missing out because like Dark Souls 3 is probably like my favorite of the Dark Souls series. Now I know I'm probably gonna get like a lot of like shit for that because one's like everyone has like their own preference in the series. Like everyone knows that 2 is pretty dog shit, but like it's not bad, but it was dog shit compared to like 1 and 3. Like 3 I really enjoyed. I played the daylights out of that. And then it had DLC on it as well, and I completed both DLCs, and fuck me sideways. There's one boss, I won't spoil it. It's in the DLC though of Dark Souls 3, where you fight it, and it is a hard fight. I mean, because Dark Souls is ultimately quite a hard game. It's more so like learning boss patterns and stuff like that, and attack patterns. But it's a hard game. There's no difficulty sliders on it. So you fight the boss, and you get it down. You're like, oh yeah, thank fuck. And it has a second phase, and you're like, okay, fair enough. So you fight it through the second phase, and you're like, fucking yeah, finally. And then it has a fucking third phase, and you're just like, give me a fucking break. It is so fucking hard. Because like you're going through all like your healing potions as well, your Estus flasks, and you finish
I
them
like
off.
a challenging game. I don't
It's-
know why I haven't gone to it because nowadays like I say, I don't. I mean, to be honest, sometimes when I'm streaming, I kind of appreciate it, but most of the time, and that's what slightly worries me as well. Like, I think they make games a bit handholdy for streamers as well and things like that because they like people are watching things like that, all this, that, and the other. But like, they make games that are a little bit too handholdy nowadays. Like, you always know where you're going, you always know what you're doing. A friend of mine played the original Mass Effect the other day, right? And they said to me, like, so I was like, play it. It's a really good trilogy, amazing story, you know? They like story games. Phoned me up and he was like, mate, I've got no map markers. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, just read the quest log, mate. Read the quest log. Like, get into the world itself. Don't just go like a lot of games nowadays are just like you go here, do this. I don't even need to know what's going on. I'm just running here and I'm just clicking a button. And sometimes you're in the mood for that, but not all the time, man. There's not enough games that don't have that nowadays.
Nah, a lot of them they do. They just they fucking very linear. Like the maps are linear, so like even if you were to like try explore on your own, like you really can't. It's more like they funnel you in one way, and it's like you have to go this way.
Yeah, the experience that they want you to have, kind of thing. I'm like, remember going back in. I don't want them all like this. I really don't. But I remember back in the day in old games, you'd look in the quest and you'd be like, where have I got to go? Oh, I've got to go to Eastmill Tavern, for example. And you'd have to look on the map and be like, where the fuck's Eastmill Tavern? You know, and you find it. You're like, oh, there it is, hidden away. Like, but nowadays it should be a map marker, and you're like, oh, just go to the map marker. I don't even need to read the quest.
Quite like Skyrim. Skyrim was good for just do what you want, when you want to do your quests. You know what I mean?
I'm surprised you haven't played that in VR yet.
I ain't got it on. Unless I can. Oh, can you use the Game Pass one and whack it through VR? Or do you have to still go through Steam with that?
I think you gotta buy the official VR version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll wait till Christmas when Steam goes cheap.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if because of E3 and stuff that they're doing it on the cheap anyway. Find out.
There is loads of sales on at the moment. You can play Skyrim anywhere. You can play Skyrim on a fridge, can't you? So, like, do you see that, mate? You put Doom across to a fridge. Amazing, man. He was actually playing Doom on a fridge, linked
That
his
is
on a
good.
Samsung fridge.
just tablets, and also you got Xbox share screen now as well. So you
Yeah,
can literally.
you
Did you
managed to
know the
link it.
Oculus, the Quest 2 can link your Xbox now?
Nice.
So
I wonder.
basically, I could sit there and just play my Xbox with my headset on.
I wonder. That's the question, guys. Do you reckon Xbox will ever do VR, or will they just support the VRs that are already out
I
there?
reckon that's just, they could probably. I don't know.
Because I mean, I know they've got their
They need, if they do. I reckon if they ever do it, it'd probably be they try and do Quest.
right. Because they were talking to Valve at one point, weren't they? But yeah, that's always hearsay. But they've got their augmented reality headset, haven't they? I can't remember what it's called now. It looks really cool. They've been working on it for years, but that's not the same kind of thing. It's not VR. It's
Now they need to get with, yeah. If they go with Oculus, do with Oculus, and with the Quest, and how many people have got into VR due to the new Quest 2 coming out, and like the freedom of like no wires and that lot. I think they'll probably bring something, but then it just be gimmicky, wouldn't it? Like the Connect, that was good, but it's just gimmicky, wasn't it? After a while, they don't do any more Connect games, so it's a bit.
It needs to, like, if it's going to be done, it needs to be organically opened up to most of the PC market, because there's no reason why it can't be. If it's going to work like a normal VR is, it's not like you need a keyboard and mouse for it differently or anything. You've got a VR headset, you're ready to go, you know? So it should kind of organically work with your Steam library or your Oculus library and play the games that would on PC. In theory, most of the Oculus does the work, doesn't it now? Or does the PC still do the work?
You got the standalone Oculus,
Right.
where you can just run like there's a store built in the headset.
Okay, and that all runs Oculus side,
Wireless.
all computed from the Oculus, no PC.
That's no PC. That's just
Okay.
headset. And then you got two choices with the PC. You can run Oculus Launcher, which you can store games on your PC through Oculus, but it comes under your Oculus account, or you can go through like Steam, and then that'd be under a different account. So I've got like two accounts on PokerFia, you know what I mean? One's Oculus, one's Steam. But when I load like this Steam one up, that'd just be my Steam account, and like the bank balance is just tied to that one. And then if I
It was, yeah,
I normally
separate.
I use the Oculus one as just like warming up, and I'll keep in my other one when I actually want to play properly.
So that basically means that if they figured out a way, maybe the new Oculus to half the processing, I'm quite sure. To be honest, I'm quite sure the Series X can keep up with it anyway. I've got a pretty good PC, and my Series X keeps up with that.
I just think they're gonna just keep. The Fries might agree with this. I think VR is just gonna be the staying PC for quite a few years at the moment.
Well, you got the PSVR, haven't you? And that worked out quite well. Some people say it's really good, and it's got, like Resident Evil VR worked quite well on it, apparently.
Yeah, I just don't see VR at the moment with console or with Xbox. I know PlayStation got their one, but
I know what you're saying. It's mainly a PC-centric thing. I mean, I really want to play Half-Life Alyx, but I have no way of playing it. I have a friend.
Quest 2, you can actually just play it on your headset, but it's a bit weird because if you want to just use
Half-Life
Steam,
Alyx?
yeah, you can just like I said, it's all built in.
Yeah, I thought that was exclusive to their own headset. I'm probably completely wrong.
No,
you just need Steam VR. So basically, anything that you can connect up to your PC and with should, in theory, be able to play Alyx with.
Nice.
Half-Life Alyx, I thought they put it in the Oculus store as well. On my
maybe. I have no idea.
I thought it was an exclusive to start off with. It might have been for a tiny bit, but I might be completely wrong on that. But that's
I think it might be right. I can't see it.
That's as close to Half-Life we're going to get at the moment. Considering Valve still won't make a third game of anything.
They can't count to 3, mate.
No, they can't. Yeah.
It's,
the thing is, yeah, I just like Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Xbox will go VR for a while. I don't think it's in their interests. They got Game Pass, haven't they? Way
They
at
got
the
other things
moment.
to focus on. Yeah, really have got other things to focus on. It was just a. I was just wondering of this generation if they were going to do it, you know. But yeah, it's all good. I'll stick to PC. I'll wait until I get a graphics card eventually, and then I'll get VR.
I want to get full body at some point because I've seen this freaking football VR game where you can actually like. I'm gonna like pad my room out with mats and that and like try and save some shots.
Oh man, you are going to hurt yourself. I want to watch that. Just diving into the wall.
Oh, there's someone on
dog
YouTube
comes
in
in.
there. He does VR. He does full body, and he does like he's like on the trampoline. Also, something Chris. Something I can't remember the actual full name, but yeah, he just goes crazy. Do like flips on the trampoline while in VR.
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of like trolling and stuff, doesn't he? Like,
I think the best one was the Minosaurus one where he had like a little board. He was like swinging like he's on a wrecking ball.
oh my god.
Oh dear.
Yeah, there
No,
was...
E3 overall though was quite a good showing. I think there was a lot of games to be showed from Microsoft. I mean, and yeah, I mean to be fair, Ubisoft wasn't too bad. I wasn't expecting much from them. We're never going to get another Splinter Cell. Let's just put it that way. Every year, everybody's like,
there's
is there
meant
going to
to
be
be
another
a
Splinter Cell?
what's that game I was watching? There's a crossover, isn't it? Like there's a game coming out, which is like Division / Splinter Cell / something else. I don't think it was on
Hey.
E3. I must have been watching on YouTube.
I'm surprised we got no Heartlands. I know they came out a couple of days before Division Heartlands, and they said we're not going to be showing it here. But what surprised me is like, 2 weeks or maybe a month before, sorry, they announced it, and it's like, why not just wait until E3 to show it off a little bit? Why not just rather than say nothing
Because
at
it's
E3?
gonna flop. I'm telling you
I'm
now, it's gonna flop
confused.
hard. I'm
I'm
telling you
confused.
now, it's just a reskin of Survival. That's all they've done. The mechanics is gonna be exactly the same. They're just gonna change the map. They're just gonna. It's gonna be maps are gonna be broken.
Looks like we got a few different maps. From what I could see on like some footage that I managed to watch. But it was looking a bit rough at the time. I mean, I'm going to play it for sure, see what it's like. It's going to be free to play. But the only reason that makes me think that they announced it early is because of investors or something. But it's just so confusing. Why not just wait the extra month?
You know
And
why?
pop it at E3?
Because they're trying to do it alongside the Avatar game they're making, aren't they?
Oh
Yeah, the Avatar game they made by Massive. It also makes me think that's why we're not getting Division 3 at the moment. But I'm not hugely invested in Avatar. I mean,
It's gonna if they do it right, it will bang. But it's massive.
I've never even watched the films.
I ain't being funny. Avatar came out in fucking 2009.
Yeah, they were on about Avatar, a new Avatar movie slowly being made, aren't they? But they've been on about that for years. It's like whispers in the wind.
But I'm not being funny. Like this is a film that it blew up in 2009. It was it ended up becoming like the most like at the time it the most like earnings in box office like within I don't know how much it was. It earned like 2.8 billion, right, in the box office alone, which is just crazy.
Yeah.
But then, like, sure, I think there was talks around that time. Oh yeah, they're gonna make an Avatar game, right? But
Yeah,
why
there been
now?
talks.
Why now? I mean, we're 10, what is it, 10, 11, 12 years on from when the film first came out. Nobody cares. I mean,
Doesn't make sense, does it?
It
Yeah,
doesn't.
I was thinking exactly the same, mate. Like, oh, an Avatar game, like you're well behind the curve, but like it might be alright, but it just didn't excite me. Nothing about it just said to me, "You've got to play this." It was just a random CGI trailer. I'm assuming it was CGI. Apologise if it wasn't, but it looked CGI to me.
Yeah, but that's why the film popped, because it was that generation of CGI graphics up in its game, wasn't it? At the time.
I mean, the kind of trailer it was. It wasn't gonna. It never. It didn't show off any gameplay, anything like that. So it's never gonna excite me until I can see what the hell it is, you know. But yeah, same as you, Fries, mate. I didn't shout out to me.
I've got
Like
a game.
the only reason I can think of them making this is if like at some point they're gonna turn around and go, oh yeah, by the way, the sequel to the first film is coming out. But at that point, it's like again, like sure, cool, because I think was it James Cameron mentioned that it was going to be a trilogy or something. But like at this point, like it's like I say, we're what 12 years on, like who like people are looking at it, like who the hell even asks for this kind of game? That's no disrespect to the people that worked on it by any means, but like fuck me, like
Yeah, there's no normal gamers out there that are like, oh wow, I was waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. Like, no, everybody's looking at it going,
There's the Matrix game coming out like next year.
At least the Matrix, I would be a bit more like I could do cool stuff in it.
Did you actually play the Matrix game?
Yeah, they were terrible. All of them were terrible. They couldn't.
But
it's like playing the Superman games.
But it was still good though, because it's like when you done the little slow mo bullet thing, you were like, yeah, boy.
Yeah, Max Payne was always better though, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh, Max Payne. Oh,
Max Payne, man.
Top tier.
Max Payne for the win.
Payne.
I mean, we didn't even speak about Far Cry, did we, or anything like that? But I mean, I'm not really. Yeah, I mean, I've not been interested in a Far Cry since Far Cry 2 or 3. I think 3 actually.
Unless it went to Game Pass, I'd be interested. But it's a bit of a cash cow, that one.
Oh yeah, it looks like they put a bit of work into it, but
no, it says every Far Cry since Far Cry 3 has been cash cannon, like Destiny 2.
I like the villain. You know, Breaking Bad was amazing, and it just reminds me straight of Breaking Bad straight away again.
Yeah, the thing is, with games like that, I just go on YouTube and I just get like the game with all the cutscenes in a row, and just watch it like that if I'm not bothered to play it.
I had to Google because I knew he had a long name. It's Giancarlo Esposito, right?
Thank you, mate. Thank you, because I was feeling bad.
I wouldn't be even attempt that one.
It's a very exotic name, but he is such a good actor. Like
he is.
He was really good in Breaking Bad. There was something else. He was in The Boys. If you've ever watched The Boys.
I have not, but I've heard good things.
He's in The Boys, and then in The Mandalorian, he's towards the end of the first season, and I'm not sure if he's in the second season. I've not seen the second season yet, but yeah, he's in it from.
He's in The Mandalorian as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, towards the end of the first season.
Fair play. Yeah. He's a good actor, man, and I like the story. I like the idea. With the boy trying to get away, obviously, and then learning what his dad's like, and then getting more into the role, but not wanting to do it. Maybe they're going to do something with that. The story looks good, but I don't know. Far Cry's never really screamed out to me that much.
No,
I remember playing the original Far Cry, and we had a mod on PC that allowed us to LAN up and then play co-op, and it was so janky because it was a mod, but it was so funny. All we just ended up doing is teleporting to the last levels and throwing rocks at each other and enemies in co-op. I mean, that was fun. That's what I remember when I think of Far Cry. That's what I remember, and the third Far Cry actually. Third Far Cry was good.
Oh, yeah. There's one more game that we haven't mentioned, and that's the Guardians of the Galaxy game.
I was about to say that as well.
Oh, yeah. There's so many games that they showed, didn't they? You'd get lost. I mean, I've never watched the films. I watched about half an hour of them. The end, the last 3/4 of an hour. I know sacrilege. People are probably shouting, I don't watch many films. Don't worry. Like, it's not against anything in particular. I've not even watched the Marvel's films, the Avengers. But it looked funny. I mean, I like the way that it's going to be single player. As soon as I saw it, and went, oh my god, here we go, another live service title that I'm going to laugh at like Avengers. But no, it's single player. So yeah, it could be really good.
They haven't gone off the films though, haven't they? They tried to keep the comic characters with their designs and all that. Like they're trying to keep it just like as the comics.
Yes. Yeah, I mean it looked good. To be fair, what excited you the most about that? I like the team combat. It looked quite good. The way you can just actually activate your team's abilities quite well in combat. It maybe looked a bit one-sided to the just constantly shooting your pistols, but there's probably a lot more you can do with it.
Yeah, I would assume there's like different combos and stuff, and you like you say, you tend to like sort of wrap off of different like your team members, so like you can use those as like more akin to like spells and abilities, right? You'd use their like attacks as your own abilities, kind of thing. And I think that's a really cool mechanic. Like instead of you being like this all powerful like badass, oh I've got this ability, this ability, this ability. Instead, it's I can do this. However, like my teammates can do this, 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 and this. And
That
then
reminds me of Final Fantasy. Which one was it? The one with all the guys going on the road trip. What one was that?
15.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can quickly use your guys' abilities, can't you? And like
Yes.
that was quite good in combat. It felt fluid. By the time you got good at it, you were like, yep, you felt like you were pretty good at it. You could switch between doing lots of things at once. So if it's something like that, then I'm definitely down for it.
It kind of looked like you were more locked towards Star-Lord, and then everything else
Oh, yeah.
was like, if you wanted so and so to do like such an ability, you press the button and it would do it, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You could do that in Final Fantasy as well, couldn't you? You just
You got to
stay
keep
on.
them alive as well, and it's a storytelling as well. So it's got multiple routes you can go. So
Yeah.
like each person will get their own story instead of going, oh, it's just like you say, one way story driven. With that, you got like little splinters off to the left and right.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's quite a few games at E3, man. I could probably go on for ages, but they're my main ones that I was actually excited for. Just excited that so much is coming to Game Pass as well. But haven't they got a conference later today, Microsoft, as well? Another one, which was talking about a few other games they didn't show.
I have no idea.
Yeah, man. 6 p.m. today, UK time, as far as I know. They've got another little conference, which is going to be a developer interviews with Hellblade people. It's going to be developer interviews with Rare and a couple of others. So, ooh.
Yes, because they didn't show any Hellblade 2, Senua's Sacrifice, which, by the way, if you've never played this, I'm pretty sure it is on Game Pass. It's Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. It's amazing.
The one you've been playing?
I haven't played it for a long time, no. The story game is really good.
Oh, I've seen it, but I haven't played it.
Play it. That's your homework, boys. You need to play it.
Yeah,
So
it's good, to
fucking
be
good.
fair. The play a decent headset on though, mate, and don't worry about the whispers. Just feed into them.
Dear.
Yeah, it's good.
Right, lads. I think on that note, we've been going for a little while. Maybe I think we've hit the hour mark. I'm not sure. I mean, if we haven't, that's fine. Don't worry about it. But,
no one's coming after us, though. Not.
So, just as a reminder for those of you listening, I'm not sure when this show's going out. It's going to be the next couple of days after recording, so you're probably looking at either a Friday or a Saturday, something like this.
Friday then.
There was. Shut the fuck up.
What?
It's that fucking meme, innit? The guy dancing outside the car. Like, it's Friday then, Saturday, Sunday.
I heard Friday, Saturday. I couldn't help myself, alright?
Carried away.
Yeah, so Monday the 21st of June, which is usually when the next episodes go live. There won't be one for that week. We will come back fresh on the 28th. It's the Monday. So no podcast for that day, and then obviously we'll go back into scheduling after that. And that's purely because it was E3, right? We delayed this one because E3, we wanted to know everything about it, and quite frankly, we didn't do it justice. Let's be real. There's a lot of stuff we didn't cover. Like there was the fucking Mana games that are due to come out and all that kind of stuff, and there's probably games that you're probably like sat there now listening, like as the listener, thinking, why haven't they covered this? I'm so angry. But so
many retro looking games
leave comments
as well.
in your Discord, isn't it, Price?
Oh yeah. I'm sure someone at some point will pipe up and like tell me off. Speaking of which, in show notes somewhere, I don't know where you're listening to, maybe you're listening on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, all that kind of jazz. There should be a link to the Discord, so if you guys want to come talk about any kinds of random shit, like, we're there. We're all there. I mean, I fucking hope we're all there. But there's a category for like the podcast. So if you want to talk about the podcast and all that kind of jazz, there's that. And then you just got the general chats as well, and like meme channels, so you can talk shit and like send memes, and it's just a nice place to hang out. So definitely go check that out. Other than that, you can check the lads out on Twitch, Flatline Plays with a Z, Inferno Rouge 8D, and obviously myself, 5 Large Fries. And you spell it as the FIVE. I mean, I guess you already knew that. I mean, I guess you didn't. I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm tired. Let me go. Release me from these shackles.
Release me from this shackle. I've been here 40 years.
I've been here 80 years, and you boys are gonna wake me up to record a podcast. Oh dear. Anyway, guys, so that's it from me.
That'll be it from me. Flatline Plays. I'll catch you later. Hope you're all well.
And from Inferno, bye.
Take care, guys. We'll see you in the next one. We'll see you on the 28th, if not later, depending on, because you guys, you might be even in the future, you lucky bastards. And I bet there's probably flying cars and all that kind of shit. Anyway, take care, guys. Bye bye. Boom. Oh, can't be bothered to figure out at the moment. I'm tired.
Yeah, man. No rush. No rush. I got until now.
He needs a shot of sugar so he can be.
I could go and get a cup of tea, actually. Cup of tea would be fucking amazing. I haven't had one this morning.
Yeah. Oh, I got a cup of orange, so I'll be alright.
It's not the morning now, boy.
Yeah, I've been just cleaning shit all morning. I'm still in some fucking pajamas, man. Jimmy Jams.
I'm just butt fucking naked, so there we go.
Nice. What kind of Jimmy Jams do you think I'm wearing, guys?
Cum-filled ones.
How did you know? Nah, man. Stormtrooping it up.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
Not the penis you're looking for.
This is not the podcast you're looking for.
I think that's going to be our outro. I have hit the record button, so I got all of that.
Dodgy fuckers.
Oh, Flat's on camera there.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Stormtrooper.
Wee.
Fucking mate. That's the shit.
Oh, he's...
He hit the wrong button, didn't he? He didn't hit the closed camera.
Oh, dear.
Wrong button.
You need to wake up, boy. You hit the wrong button.
He's out of there.
I need a cup of tea. I'll be right back.
All right.